Courtney, thanks for joining us on Brevard Watch. Let's talk about a couple of the things that Satellite Beach is doing it's a little different from what some other cities have going on right now. One of them is you're planning for sea level rise. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, our city has some very progressive thinkers on our planning advisory board. So we have started sea level rise planning. We started back in 2009. Now we are at the point where we're incorporating sea level rise projections in our infrastructure planning. And we're also looking at changing our land development regulations to allow private property owners to deal with the effects of climate change.
What would that look like?
That would look like allowing people in the storm surge areas to stilt their buildings. It would allow people, we're actually talking now about increasing coastal construction setbacks.
Meaning how far out onto the dune somebody could build if they do build on the beach, okay.
Yeah, so right now, you know, we're probably in line with most other cities, but we have some pretty high eroding areas in our community. We've already had a pool fall into the dunes, and now we have a house that's kind of teetering on the edge of the dunes. And so we're looking at certain areas of the coast that we might increase those setbacks a little bit.
Well, speaking of the beach, there's been long in coming a beach renourishment or widening project for the mid-reach of the beach there, including Satellite Beach, Indian Harbor Beach. What's the timeline for that?
That looks like it's going to start construction next year, and it looks like it's going to be fully funded on the federal and the state level. I think with our city, we're looking forward to that project. Our council is very supportive of it. But on the other hand, we're looking at trying to design like coastal construction setbacks that would encourage a healthy dune system, so we don't have to keep doing that. And we don't have to keep renourishing our beaches, that we can build a healthy dune system that can withstand the storms.
Let's talk about schools a little bit. You've got 3 elementary schools or 2 elementary schools, a middle school and a high school, all in Satellite Beach. They seem to be centers of community. How would you size up the relationship of the city with the schools in Satellite Beach today versus how they might have been before? Or
I think it's gotten really much more communicative in the recent years. We've partnered quite a bit in the past 4 years with the schools. We created agreements to share facilities so we don't have to keep charging each other. We also recognize the challenge of PTOs raising money for playgrounds, so we helped the Surfside Elementary get their playground financially, and now we're also recognizing Satellite High School parents having the challenge of raising money for the track. We're helping with that as well. And what the good thing about that is it gives our residents the ability to use those facilities as well. So it's kind of saving both of us money in the long run. We share maintenance, we share facilities, and we don't have to build 2 and maintain 2. So
the idea being that when school's not in session or the schools aren't using those facilities, they become community recreation places to go run laps or maybe to play on a playground.
Yep.
Let's talk about a development that has gotten a lot of discussion in the city. It's at the corner of DeSoto Parkway and A1A, the site of a one-time kind of run-down fish restaurant, got torn down. The city bought the property to prevent it from becoming a gas station at one point, but it's been sitting empty for a long time, and now someone has stepped forward with a proposal. What is it?
We are looking at selling the property to a developer who's going to develop a mixed-use project with a small restaurant, a 25-unit boutique hotel, and townhomes. So this project came out of the fact that we require certain commercial properties to maintain a commercial use, so we don't lose our commercial uses to residential over time, which happens a lot in beachside communities. But it's hard right now because of the market. But they came up with this idea and they think it's very viable. The best part about this project is the whole project will be solar powered and will basically be built to green building standards and completely sustainable. And that really falls in line with a lot of things that our city council is going for right now.
What's the reaction been to that in the city?
We have a lot of people that are very supportive of it. But we have some people that are, you know, They don't want change. They don't want to see any change. They're used to seeing a vacant lot there. It's been vacant for 12 years now, at least, and I think the city bought it back in 2007. So it's been vacant for a while.
So they want to just leave it a lot with the grass growing on it.
And we also, part of the project is we maintain some public parking use. So we received 17 public parking spaces as part of that project, because we do use that property for overflow of events at Pelican Beach Park. And so a lot of people are just used to parking there, you're used to using it, and to see it go is upsetting to them. On the other hand, we have some people who are upset about the project because we sold it for a lesser value with the uses that we're putting on there. If we did sell it to a gas station, we'd probably get more money for it, but we bought it to keep a gas station out of there. So there's some people that are upset about the price that we're selling it for. But most of the community is very supportive of it. They want to see it developed and they want to see a pretty building, and the building is absolutely beautiful. It's being designed by Larry Maxwell, who's a great architect, and it's a beautiful building.
So real plans, at least it's going through the process with the city in a real way.
Yeah, and since we own the property, we have a lot of control over the timing of development and things like that, and so we're negotiating a developer's agreement right now, and so they can't not develop the property without giving the property back to us. So that's the kind of agreement we're striking right now.
Courtney Parker, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.